So the prerequisite knowledge is essentially Vue.js. If you code in Vue, you can use this repository. Otherwise, you can use these concepts to create your own boilerplate in React or Angular. This is very simple stuff. So if I can draw your attention to the diagram, we're just going to take a look here. So when we want content from state, we could just $read to get the English message out of state. That would work perfectly fine. If it's a little more sophisticated, maybe we want to calculate, filter, watch for changes, then we can go down to some of the script functionality. We've got a computed property, and it's using the read function to get an item out of state, out of here. Pulling it along that line right there. So write follows the same principle. Let's take a look at the input tag. I've implemented write both ways. So if we're using the submit button or we're not using the submit button. If we're using the submit button, then I use the submit function, which calls write and puts the text into some locus in storage. If I'm not using the submit button, if I turn that off, then I basically want my typing activity on change to write the value of the input to the locus in storage. Anything we write to the locus will essentially follow this path here. And it will persist page to page through state and local storage. Moving on to watch, let's say we wanted to fly up an event when the value changes, or notify the server, or do anything. We can watch that value and execute some logic on change. Frankly, notifying the server is a prime example. Something changes, send it to the server. There's also a watch globally. This is how we watch for changes in state that go beyond just the element itself. And that brings us to the end of state, read, write, watch.